Hi, everybody. I have a lot of things to talk about in this discussion, okay? I have quite a few things to talk about. One, the surprise for them. They liked it. I could tell they were kind of disappointed by what it was, but hey, they liked it, and that's all that matters. The second one, before we get into the topic of today's video, you might notice the audio is a little bit different. And that is because I now have a new microphone over here, and we are trying to kind of get accustomed to it before we actually start recording with it. And so there's going to be like a little bit of the audio. You didn't notice the audio when I moved the camera, but you noticed the audio when I moved the mic. But so we're kind of trying to get accustomed to it, so I'm kind of using it here for my videos just to kind of try to figure out how to use it for one, and how to like get some good audio with it. I've downloaded some drivers and stuff to kind of help with that a little bit. Because the third thing is me, Mike, Amber, and Jesse are going to be starting another YouTube channel. It will be called How to Train Your Gamer. It's the title is based off of How to Train Your Dragon, which are mine and Amber's like favorite movies of all times. And so it will be basically one person will be blind. Well, one person will be introducing the other ones to a new game, and they're going to be blind. They're going to be doing a blind playthrough, but there will be one who is kind of guiding them and also manning the chat if we do live streams. But yeah, so we have that in the works. We're going to be doing other video game related things that aren't exactly a playthrough of a video game, but they will be video game related. So yeah, that's in the works. We're kind of trying to organize it to figure out our schedules, figure out an upload schedule, and we want to like kind of do a planning day, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but we're going to try to do some sort of a planning day. But on to with what this video is actually about, which I promised in the description of the last video. It was just I need to get that out there because I just couldn't wait any longer. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Okay, I always say versus the Wasp for some reason, but it's not. It's Ant-Man and the Wasp. I saw that Ant-Man is like one of my favorite Marvel franchises ever. I think it was just because Ant-Man came out on my birthday. Like the original Ant-Man came out on my birthday, and so it's and I like the previews to it, and that's very unusual for me. I really don't like superhero movies all that much. Like, I like Spider-Man, I like Iron Man, I like the Hulk, and I like the Avengers, but, like, superhero movies, I think I said this on, like, other, when I did, like, a review of Infinity War, that I don't really like superhero movies, and so Infinity War was something that I could actually understand, and so that's what made it a really good movie in my opinion. I could still understand it, even though I wasn't really caught up. But for the most part, I could understand it. It was just like some like weird things that I may be like missed out on, like some hidden Easter eggs or whatever. But Ant-Man and the Wasp, I love the franchise. It's kind of like the underdog Marvel movie, right? Like it's kind of like, oh, that one, you know, like they say in Infinity War, there's a Spider-Man and an Ant-Man. Come on now. But I actually love Ant-Man, and he is under house arrest, like it says in Infinity War, and it's kind of him trying to get out of house arrest. But and he has 3 days left, and he has a daughter too, which is great seeing that dynamic between them. And it's a great movie. I went by myself. I loved it. The humor, that's what I like about, like, if you notice all the movies that I just said, the humor is like one of the main forces of the movie. So like this humor is really good, really spot on, but it also dives a lot into family, which a lot of the Marvel movies I don't think really do all that much, but like it really dives into the whole family aspect and having an ex-wife and having a child, and like, and that's something that a lot of the Marvel movies I don't think do. And also like protecting the young and the innocent and stuff like that, which Marvel movies do, but not like in the sense that this does. Everyone that's like trying to be protected is the daughter of somebody in the movie. Like one of the main driving forces in the movie, whether it's protagonist or the antagonist, they are like the main reason that the person is doing what they're doing is to protect this child. And so I really like that aspect of the movie. I really like the humor, and the visuals are great. I think what I like too about this movie is that it's an action movie, yes, but there's not a whole lot of action in it. Like, you can still follow the action, and the action is done in such a way that it's easily enthrallable. So it's just really easy to get into, and I just love that kind of aspect of it. So I really recommend this movie, especially if you've seen Ant-Man 1, especially if you've seen Infinity War 2, because there are two after credit scenes. The first one you have to sit and watch, especially if you've seen Infinity War. You have to sit and watch, otherwise it won't make sense. So you have to sit and watch that one first. You have to see Infinity War first before you watch Man and the Wasp. Then, unless you just leave right as the credits roll, because otherwise the first after credit scene won't make sense. The second after credit scene, it still won't make sense without the context of the first movie, but it's not that important. But the first one is extremely important to understand and to know. So if you've seen Infinity War, just stay for the mid-credits. It's actually and the credits are pretty entertaining too. So the credits leading up to that is pretty entertaining. So it's not a big thing if staying and watching that. But yeah, I don't want to really edit this too much because, like I said, we have the microphone here. But I do love Ant-Man. I love that franchise. I love those movies. And I don't know if he's going to be Infinity War 2. I can't wait for Infinity War 2 either. That's another one of mine that I really, really enjoy. But yeah, you really have to watch Infinity War before you watch Ant-Man. And it does explain that he's under house arrest for what happened in Germany, and that was in Captain America Civil War. That's the movie that was from. So, yeah. Yeah, if you know those movies, go ahead and watch it. If you don't, just leave or stop watching it as soon as the end credits start rolling, because otherwise you aren't going to get the mid-credits roll. Alrighty, so yeah, that's about it. I kind of want to keep this short and keep the editing down a little bit because, like I said, we do have the new microphone, so we're trying to figure out how that works, and I'm trying to see how editing will be, if it will be a pain in the butt, and if not, then yeah. But I will keep you updated about the new channel, and until then, let me know have you guys seen what's that movie? What have I been talking about for the past 10 minutes? Have you seen Man And The Wasp? Let me know what you thought down in the comments. I for sure loved it, and I don't really like Marvel movies all that much. I don't really like action movies. I don't like X-Men or any of those, X-Men, Transformers. I don't like those kind of movies. I just don't. But if you do, that's great. That's awesome. I wish I could get more into them, but I just can't. I'm not really a movie person in general either. Because we didn't have cable for a long time, so all we watched was movies. And so it's those bite-sized pieces are what I really crave, which is why I kind of like YouTube and stuff like that. And Netflix, without commercials, everything's kind of bite-sized, and I don't really like sitting and watching a full movie. It has to really engross me in order to sit down and watch a full movie, or I really have to be interested in it. Wreck-It Ralph 2, I'm going to be watching. How to Train Your Dragon Theory, definitely will be watching. But yeah, I either have to be really interested in it, or it just has to fully engross me. The reason I went to see Ant-Man and the Wasp and didn't wait till it was on DVD was because I just happened to have free popcorn for my birthday and free drinks, so I went ahead and went to the movies before they expired, and that was the only thing that interested me at the time, and I'm glad I went and saw it. It was great. But yeah, so if you've seen it and you liked it, leave it down in the comments, and I will see you there. Alright, bye.